Hey, it's me, Rosie Bits, and I am back with Tantric Tips with Rosie Bits. Ta-da! Please like and subscribe. This is episode 3 of my little body love series, so you can go and see what was in last week's, which was becoming best friends with your body, or the week before, which was aging and body love. And today I'm going to talk about how to step into your most sexy self. So I'm going to share with you, friends, that I am feeling particularly sexy these days. And this is after some time of really feeling not that, like so far away from that, and having to really cultivate it again. So I was thinking before I did this video, like what's brought me back to feeling so sexy? And I would say, the things that I've shared in the last 2 videos are instrumental to this place, like getting back in touch with my body, becoming friends again, rather than seeing that there's something wrong, shifting my perspective about what beauty and sexy looks like, shifting the social media landscape, the media that's coming into me. But I would also say it's really about connecting with what makes me feel sexy. So for me, part of that is movement. When I start to move, I took 2.5 years off of burlesque and performing, and just in general doing any music, because I'm a burlesque performer, I'm a musician, I work with bands. I've also toured solo shows, and I'm a writer, and I took 2.5 years off of all of that, which was good and necessary. But what I didn't realize was, in my time of having a career and being really focused on a career, I lost sight of the deep joy that dancing and that making music brings to me, and it actually enhances my sexy. So I've been starting to dance again since July, and actually earlier than that, I kept having people like book me to teach dance classes, and I was like, I'm not a dance teacher, I'm a burlesque teacher. They're kind of different things. But I'd be like, okay, cool, like I can teach sensual movement, and I teach it in tantra, and I teach it in burlesque. But as I started to do those things, I was like, wow, movement from a place of joy and sensuality I had been missing. Even though I'd been dancing and performing and doing all these things for years, I had been missing just getting into how sexy and good it makes my body feel. So finding what enlivens your sense of sexiness. For me, it's dancing. For me, it's making music. It just was like, woo! It ramps up my feeling of sexy. And then I also get connected into my body. So when I'm moving, I feel sexy. I feel like $1 million, right? It kind of enlivens my sexual fire, but it also, like, my body feels really good moving in space. So what is it that does that for you? When do you feel sexy? Are there times that you do feel sexy, or is it something that just is not there for you? And if it's not there for you, start to explore, start to say, well, what if? What could potentially make me feel sexy? What are the times outside of the bedroom, outside of just having sex, do I feel sexy? Right? And I would say something that I've done through my whole life, and it works really well. If you haven't nailed that down yet, fake it till you make it. There's so much that comes from just playing the game of pretend. So I don't feel sexy truly today, but what if I did? How would I act? What would I wear? What would my choices be? Right? Just pretend. And dress up and adorn yourself like you feel like that. Be that person. Create a little persona for the day of, this person feels sexy. And I'm lucky, in burlesque I got to create an actual whole persona, which is Rosie Bits, which has taken over my life, who is this beautiful personification of sensuality and sexuality and creativity, and also now spirituality in many ways. And so I can step into Rosie and immediately get that juice of being immersed in what Rosie Bits is. And eventually it infiltrated into all those other parts of my life. So it's not that you're being fake, but you're just pretending or stepping into a place that could be, that you could be, and that maybe you're just not there yet. The other part of stepping into your sexy is just allowing yourself to be. Man, oh man, when you are not worried about what somebody else thinks, about the outside world's perception of you, and you just feel like you're enough, you're just sitting in enoughness, that creates a whole world of sexiness. It's incredible. So imagine for the moment, like just sit and be with yourself and just feel that where you're at in your life, who you are, the way your body is, all the parts of you are enough. And I'm just going to break it down for you for a second, because some of you guys are going to have internal critics who are like, this is bullshit. This is not for me. I am not enough. You're going to be hearing those voices like, but what about this? Or what about this? And I'm just going to break it down for you. So in our world of 8 billion plus people that has been going through a lot of trauma over the last couple of years, and really always, but specifically the last couple of years, there is not a single other person like you. Not one. And that means how you interact with other people. There's not anybody interacting with the world the way you do. There's not anybody giving exactly your gifts or the way you give to the world the way you do. You are the only one. You are one in 8 billion plus. And what you do and how you exist every single day has an impact on this world. You are impacting the people around you, right? You're impacting all the sentient beings around you. If you take care of animals or you're out gardening, you have an impact, and it is completely and utterly unique to you. And in that, you are enough. You don't need to be anything more. You have arrived, right? That is you. So sit in how incredibly special you are, how incredibly auspicious this life is. And then you start to feel the fire opening. Because sexiness is also about allowing yourself to have fire. So when you sit in enoughness, it allows yourself to open up that fire where you can get excited about being in this vessel. You can get excited about being a human on this planet, right? And you can start feeling that sexiness. And that sexiness and creativity are two sides to the same coin. So if you want to spark the sexiness, also spark the creativity. If you can't having a hard time with the sexiness, go to the creativity. If you're having a hard time with creativity, go to the sexiness, because they're intricately connected. We cannot divide them. Two sides to the same coin. Yeah? So sitting in enoughness, finding what makes you feel sexy, igniting creativity, all of this is going to bring you back into feeling your most sexy self, faking it till you make it, whatever that looks like, right? For some people, it's like, I'm going to put on silk pajamas and lounge around, and that makes me feel sexy. Other people are like, I'm going to hike a mountain and get a huge boner from hiking that mountain, how strong I am. Right? Other people like me are like, I'm going to dance around the house mostly naked, and then I'm going to feel super sexy and walk out into the world and bring it to the masses. Okay? Okay, I would love to hear your comments. I would love for you to send me a little message or an email telling me about what makes you feel the most sexy. When do you feel really deep into your sexiness? Let me know. I can't wait. Those are some very simple tips to help you get there. Ask for questions and I can create more clarity. Okay, I love you, and I will see you again soon. Mwah.